What's going on, Darcizzle Nation? As you can see, I'm just currently working on my fish hook and anchor bracelet sales, getting the orders out today. But in today's video, we ended up going deep sea fishing out of the Hillsborough Inlet, and we ended up catching something that's a little gross, very slimy, and considered a trash fish in this area, and that is known as a slippery dick. So we decided to go ahead and clean the fish, saute him up in some butter, and try him for the first time.
Hi, Darcizzle Nation. I was looking for mullet. There's none.
You want me pudding?
Yeah, look at it. It's vanilla chocolate mix.
Good morning, Darcizzle Nation. I hope you guys are doing great today. It's an early morning. It's a beautiful morning, and today I am fishing with my friend Craig. We are going deep sea fishing today out of Hillsborough, which is about 30 minutes south of where we live. So I'm excited. Loading up the boat right now. Let's go. Out about, I would say about, what, 10 miles?
Yeah.
Like about 10 miles offshore fishing, like basically just looking for any type of structure, birds, flopsum in the water, anything that's going to be holding fish. And we haven't really seen a whole lot out here today. But after coming out here, we decided to head back in, and on the way back in 700 feet of water, we just found a lot of birds, and they're flying around, landing on the surface, and that bird activity is good. It usually means there's fish in the area. So we just put all our lines, and we're gonna troll for a bit and see what happens. And hopefully we get a pelagic here really soon, like a mahi, or if we're lucky, a wahoo, but just cross my fingers. Just dropped out a bottom rod with a live pilchard and just got a bite. So I'm reeling up this fish. We're gonna see what it is here in a second. Hopefully it's something good. It's been a slow bite so far. Oh, yellowtail. Oh no. It looks like a yellowtail. That's a lizard fish. Okay. It didn't feel like anything big, but I mean, it was a bite, and so that's a lizard fish. And now I'm kind of upset that he ate my live pilchard. That was for good fish. But they're still really cool. They're really slimy and interesting looking, and you catch them on the bottom as a bycatch quite frequently around here. That's a big one. You also call them a slippery, you know what. Hooked up on a fish finally. I don't know if I'm counting that other fish I caught on the bottom a real catch or not, but I don't know. I think we might do a catch and cook with that fish.
How's it doing?
Pretty cool. Just caught the bonita as you saw, and Captain Craig just threw him back out on a live bait rig. And now we're just gonna see if we can get a big fish on that bonita, and he's perfect size for like a large pelagic, like a big kingfish or a wahoo. So we're gonna find out.
About to go back in the water.
We just had that bonita out, slow trolling him for the last, I don't even know, almost like a full hour. And unbelievably, he is still alive and kicking strong. So, and Craig immediately, like as soon as I caught him and brought him in the boat, he unhooked him and hooked him up to the live bait rig. So that was crazy. And we just let him go and he swam away. That was awesome. Yeah. And crazy, we did not get a bite.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that a nice small bonita like that could go from 250 feet into 50 feet and not get tore up by something. So
yeah,
we're gonna come back and try again tomorrow. So that's all you can do. That's why they call it fishing and not catching.
We are now wrapping up the day here on the ocean. We're gonna head back in through the inlet and get ready to go home. But I guess we're gonna go ahead and do a catch and cook with this wrasse. Sorry, last time I said it was a lizard fish. That's incorrect. It's a wrasse. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'll link it down below in the description if you want to check it out. And so we're gonna eat them up. I've heard they're really good, so we're gonna see what happens.
Thanks, buddy.
Let me know later.
I will.
Let me know what we're doing. I'm going one way or another. I'm not doing any post-game interviews. I'm a little upset right now. I'm like the NFL. I had a bad game.
I understand.
I'm not doing any interviews.
All right, guys, back at the house, and we're gonna clean and cook this wrasse or slippery dick. Darcy didn't want to say it, but I will. Now, don't make a big deal out of the name of the fish and be all childish. That's the actual name of the fish at the FWC website, so you can check that out. Maybe we'll put a link down below. But I guess, I looked it up a little bit, I guess this silly fish has been called this name since like 1859, and the dick part relates back to Richard probably or something else, but whatever it is, let's find Darcizzle. You ready, Darcizzle?
Let's get this slippery D out of the cooler. And for starters, this wrasse is just an interesting looking fish. It's very slimy too, just a really slimy coated fish. Almost like worse than a lot of fish species. But I think before I go ahead and fillet him, I will rinse him off with fresh water. Okay, gonna fillet this fish now. And if you guys been watching the videos, you know this is my go-to knife, which is a 7-inch BUBBA blade tapered flex. 7-inch tapered flex made by BUBBA blade knives. And it's an awesome product. So I just sharpened it up with my sharpening steel. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make a cut. And just do this like I would do any other fish. Just the same kind of fillet. Check out the color of this meat. It's truly incredible. Really, really white, and it looks delicious. I think it might be one of the whitest meats of a fillet I have ever seen. It's crazy. Also, this fish has a lot of rib cage, actual pin bones in the meat, and it extends further back in this fillet. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the bones right now.
I can't believe how white that fish is. Looks like it's going to be delicious actually, but I'm going to throw it in a pan and get it cooked up so we can try it. All right, now when I'm trying a new fish for the first time, I just put it in a pan, you know, in a pan like this with some butter and some salt and pepper, and then, you know, because that way you get to taste the fish. It's really quite simple. You know, we're not making a meal out of this. This is a slippery dick, so we don't know what the heck it's going to taste like. All right, so like I said, just a little salt and pepper. We usually use garlic salt, and obviously you put on as much as you like yourself. Do both sides. We do fish in salt and pepper and just butter, you know, quite a bit. I mean, that's how you taste the fish. It's not too fancy, and gets the job done, and you can taste the fish, and it's quite delicious. While that pan is heating up, let me talk to you about my oil situation. Now, butter makes it taste the best, and but it also burns the fastest, in my opinion. And then coconut oil is real good. And then if I really want to make it like a little bit crispy, I'll use olive oil and make it a little hotter, because I feel like you can use that. The hotter temperature, and it makes the fish a little crispier, especially if you're going to put some sort of sauce on it. But I'm pretty excited here. This may need a little butter. More butter the better. That looks pretty good. Now fish is going to cook about 10 minutes per inch, and of course we don't really have much fish here, so I'm going to put it on 1 minute and then flip it. Now, besides that secret with 10 minutes per inch for cooking, that's not really a secret, but I've also found you can poke your fork in there, and if it goes right through, then it's really done. Now, these are all filmed like done. If it feels like there's uncooked flesh in the middle, guess what? It's not done. So I'm going to take these off. And even if I look in the middle, it looks pretty good. Fish will be delicious if you don't overcook it, man. Don't overcook your fish. It looks good. All right, Sizzle, taste that slippery D.
I'm going to taste the slippery D.
The wrasse.
Slippery D. Slippery D-I-C-K. All right, here we go. We're gonna taste this fish. It looks absolutely incredible, actually. It looks like the red grouper we caught the other day. Same kind of like texture and coloring to the fillet here. All right, here we go. That was really, really delicious. I'm really shocked. Wow, even though there's not a whole lot of meat here, this is like prime filet. I mean, I swear, it's like 10 out of 10. This is awesome.
Hey. Let me try some of that. Move over.
I'm gonna eat all of it.
I am going to eat all of it.
Really good. And there's no size limits or regulations to these things, by the way, guys. So if you ever do catch one as a bycatch, now you know from our video that it's delicious, right?
Dude, it's super good.
Amazing. Wow. Really good.
So yeah, so don't be afraid, guys, to try some trash fish or other garbage fish out there, as long as it's not poisonous.
Yeah.
And so you may be
You know.
get an unexpected treat.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, on those slow fishing days, you know, I get weird bycatches like that. And for instance, this slippery D is a perfect example of that. But catching, you know, weird fish in different species you don't normally catch on a regular basis, look up the regulations on them and see if you can keep that fish, you know. And I think that worked out great. That was a tasty little treat for us.
Delicious.
So, that was awesome.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. And Darcizzle's going to wrap it up.
Yep, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it was a little of a slow day of fishing. I know I shouldn't be saying sorry, but thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you as always, and we'll be back with another adventure tomorrow. So until then, follow your dream and keep on catching.
Now listen, I gotta admit, I didn't like dip before, but since I started eating her fish dip, I like fish dip now.
He was eating it like every single day till it was gone.
We didn't get any.
Like he,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
We
well,
didn't get any.
yeah.
One pudding.
in all fairness,